everyone, greetings from Team PMG. I'm Disha Sinha and in today's module I'm going to discuss in brief about gasket management program used in food industry. And the agenda for discussion for today's module will be number 1, definition of gasket, number 2, importance of gasket management, number 3, its benefits and scope, and then in the last I will discuss about procedure of implementation of gasket management. So let us now move on to our first slide where we will understand what are gaskets. So basically gasket is defined as an elastoplastic material that is a flat piece of soft material which is primarily used for sealing irregular gaps and thus making them leak proof. These materials are generally softer than flange material and following types of gasket are used in food industries which are made up of elastomers such as neoprene, nitrile, EPDM and natural rubber. Let us move on to our next topic where we will understand why it is important to map gaskets. Damaged or broken gaskets in the process area can lead to product contamination or can become a source of foreign body inside the finished product. Hence, gasket mapping helps in risk analysis of gasket with respect to their suitability to the controls and risk generated from moving part. It also helps to define the inspection frequency based on risk matrix, type of gasket material, and the certifications that are required. Gasket mapping is applicable to all processes in manufacturing or filling where gaskets are used, including offline equipment like seals. Any gasket that comes in contact either directly or indirectly with food has to be mapped and assessed for risk on regular basis. Mapping of gaskets helps to mitigate foreign body risk incidents by usage of right gasket at right place and helps to provide adequate inspection plans as well. And along with all these, it helps indirectly in achieving quality, reducing consumer complaints and reducing cost of non-quality. So now let us move on to the next part of the module where we will know about the procedure of gasket mapping. So gasket mapping can be listed down in 7 steps and the first step of gasket mapping is line mapping. So in line mapping, firstly a list should be prepared of all the gasket used in the production lines with following information about the gasket like material of construction, its existing size, store item number, vendors from whom gasket were procured, which can be categorized as original equipment manufacturer, preferred vendor or local vendor. And responsibility of inspecting the gasket remains with either production or engineering team of the facility. Then the second step of gasket mapping involves risk assessment. Risk assessment of all mapped gaskets should be done on the basis of critical nature of gasket that can be decided on the basis of subsequent controls in process line and position of gasket in process, whether static or moving. Further, inspection frequency is derived from risk rating of gasket. Then the third step of gasket management is updation of pipeline and instrumentation diagram. So basically PNIDs helps in ensuring transparency in process, that means it ensures that right gaskets are used at right place, for which PNIDs of all lines should be updated with information of gasket management on machinery along with its store item number. This will also ensure ease of withdrawal from technical store in case of replacement. It is further recommended to mark these gaskets in separate colors for visual identification of high, medium or low risk. Then the fourth step involves creation of gasket library. Having a gasket library will enable to have traceability and root cause analysis in case of any incident. Gasket library should be prepared with a sample of such gasket mapping the location it is used on. Libraries should be kept at a centralized location in factory and it must be controlled by factory hygienist. Fifth activity during gasket mapping involves gasket inspection. Inspection of gasket is to be performed on regular basis and inspection should be recorded in form of pictorial checklist and maintenance plans. Pictorial checklist made during inspection serves as record that should be maintained by production and engineering team for their respective gaskets. Sixth activity during gasket mapping involves selection of gaskets. Following a decision tree is mandatory while selecting gaskets. Then the last step of gasket management is procurement of gasket certification. When all data for gasket is collected and identified, original equipment manufacturers must be contacted for providing food grade or phthalate-free certificates. In case original equipment manufacturers is unable to provide certificate for existing gasket but provides a suitable replacement with certificates, then the gasket must be reordered from original equipment manufacturers. Non-standardized gaskets from local vendors are to be mitigated as a part of gasket management exercise. Purchase of gasket from such vendors should be converted to preferred vendors. Preferred vendors are globally reputed vendors such as Garlock, CMAX, etc. No gasket, however, should be accepted if certificates are not provided. So now with this we came to the end of this module, and if you find this module useful, then request you to kindly like, share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you and have a good time.